Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the first episode of my Total War Rome 2 Imperator Augustus campaign on the Divide et Impera submod as Octavian. We're starting a brand new campaign series here today. So if this video can hit 200 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today. But never fear, if the video doesn't hit 200 likes within 24 hours, I will release the video in the next couple of days, shortly. I will release it. So guys, welcome to the campaign. I'm going to quickly show you the intro movie. So I hope you guys enjoy, but I can't wait to get stuck into the campaign.
You are my son, but I've done all I can to protect you.
The gods smile on you, Octavian. You're a good soldier.
I'm a politician.
We don't need more politicians. It's not more speeches in the Senate that will change the world. Rome is dying.
Why do you think Caesar favored you so?
I was loyal.
No, Octavian. He saw in you the potential to continue his legacy. Not to follow him, but to exceed him.
Antony cannot be trusted. His heart lies in Egypt. We must confront the reality that civil war is inevitable.
And how will bloodshed save the people of Rome?
You are not meant to save them. You are meant to lead them.
All men are troubled when their moment has come.
I am not Caesar. I don't have his strength.
The people loved him, and they will love you.
You can't think like an ordinary man. You must reach beyond mortal ambition and do what has never been done.
To survive, my son, Rome must have a master.
So, welcome back to the campaign map, guys. Hope you enjoyed that introduction to the campaign. The Creative Assembly always have fantastic cinematic movies. I don't really know what to call them. Intros, I guess. So, welcome to the campaign. Now, this might look a little bit different from your campaign. I am playing the Divide et Impera submod, which is compatible with the Imperator Augustus campaign. Now, if you're not entirely sure what that is, I do have the download links in the description below if you want further information, but basically it makes everything better. It helps with the AI, the unit cards look different as well, gives the ability to have more in-depth client states. So for example, for Gallica, our client states here, we're going to be able to get more levies, nearly the same unit roster as they have, which is absolutely fantastic. Also adds in selling of slaves, which is absolutely crucial. In the normal game of Rome 2, slaves are pretty much null and void. You can capture them, but there's not really a point because they can cause problems. In this, you can actually manually sell slaves with the edicts, which is superb. There's actually a point to enslaving other people, so you can sell them off and create money. Also adds in confederations, which is more so in the other, like the vanilla campaign, but this is a good example for in this. Factions with the same blood, you can actually join and make confederations. So, for example, Mark Antony, I could actually offer him to join my confederation. We could have the Octavian and Antony kingdom, if we wanted to. However, none of the Roman factions are obviously going to accept the terms, because I'm going to fight them. I will run through my campaign, but for example, up in the north, the Marcomanni and maybe a couple of the Germanic factions here want to make a German confederacy. Fight the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Fight maybe the Romans or some other Celtic tribe. They can do that, and every faction can do that if they have the same blood, which is crazy. It's absolutely fantastic. The unit cards look great as well, but that's enough on Divide et Impera. So let's get into the campaign now, shall we? So obviously we have Gaius Octavian here. We have Marcus Agrippa, and then our other houses. So, I was umming and ahhing whether or not to do a vanilla Rome campaign. I might do another in the future. Obviously, I have done Sparta on the Divide et Impera, and I've also played as Rome, of course. But none of the major factions sort of... I don't know, I didn't really feel like playing any of the other main factions of the campaign, so I was thinking, what faction could what could I play as? And I was actually, in my spare time, playing as a Roman campaign, because I really do love playing as Rome in my spare time. I was sort of like role-playing. I was like, because the thing is with Rome, just playing on the vanilla, building up the kingdom, you can basically go anywhere and expand, and every time you play is different, because different factions declare war on you. So I was like, well, I can't really do another Roman campaign. Oh, Imperator Augustus. I've never actually played as Octavian, so we're going to be taking command of Octavian this Let's Play. I have done an Imperator Augustus campaign. I actually played as Pompey on my other channel. I actually finished that Let's Play. Victory conditions wise, what are they? Okay, ultimate victory. Control 100 settlements either by direct ownership or through client states. That's 100 settlements. Sicily, Africa, Macedonia. Maintain 180 units and 60 naval units. Great. So let's get stuck into the campaign. Let's stop gibber and jabbering. So let's go through my plan. So diplomacy wise, obviously the triumvirate still exists. I'm assuming that it's going to break very shortly. So obviously I'm Octavian. My military allies is Lepidus, who occupies the half of... I will obviously recap the sort of the world in my plan. So he occupies the half of Hispania, Iberia, a little bit in Africa, in northern Africa mostly. Mark Antony has Greece, a little bit in Asia Minor and Syria. Has a lot of client states and military allies, of course. Now, Pompey isn't at war with anyone, so I think I'm going to be pushing allied and at war with anyone. I think I'm going to hit him and hit him hard, get rid of Pompey. Is this the Adriatic? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Tihenium? Ugh, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I usually just say, generally, the Mediterranean, because it's easier for me to pronounce. So, let's quickly see where else everyone is. So, who sort of occupies, because this is a little bit in the future of the campaign. So, some factions have been taken out, some factions are still in. So, by the looks of it, Numidia, I have a small kingdom here. Maybe we're better off going diplomacy to see. Yeah, we probably are, actually. So, Numidia is here. Actually, maybe not. Maybe the other strategical overview looks a little bit better. Iberia, the faction Iberia occupies that stuff. So it looks like I have subjugated the Gauls. Germanic factions dominate mostly over here. Britannia hasn't been invaded. Thrace, Galatia, and Pontus. Very, very interesting. So I think what my plan is to obviously eliminate all the Roman factions. Firstly, we'll start off with Pompey. There's also new settlements as well from the original Rome. Oh, I also forgot to mention that there's a supply system in DEI, so I'm going to have supplies. It says every army more than a single general on the campaign map now requires supplies. Regions provide supplies based on their fertility rating, found under province effects. You can check each region's supplies by mousing over the food amount in the region's information panel. So, for example, I want to launch a campaign against Bactria. I don't even know if they're in the campaign. I can't just fucking run across the map without any food, and just like push through other people's lands. How am I going to support an army? An army marches on its stomach, so you need that as well. So, I'm just sort of laying out my plan. So, depending if any of my client states, we're going to have to get rid of them. But I sort of want to focus on Pompey first, and then either Mark Antony or Lepidus. I would like to keep one of them as my allies as long as possible. But I do want to eventually get rid of Mark Antony, Lepidus, and Pompey. The Germanic tribes will be probably good pickings to the north. Maybe not just yet. I would like to invade Brittany as well, or maybe even taking the left-hand side of Iberia, then cutting off, having half of it, and then pushing upon Lepidus. But let's get stuck into some recruitment as well. That has been changed, and some of the units as well. So let's start off with Rome. Obviously, Octavian is leading Legion 1. Technologies-wise, we've got the baggage train, which is great. Okay, I want to go for the legionary and the cohort barracks. Let's go straight into that. Let's see what we can actually recruit here. And there's also unit caps on units. So we obviously have our eagle cohort and our legionary cohort as well. So what can we recruit here? Legionary cohort, Germanic veteran, Avati cohort. These look really good. Praetorian guard, armored legionaries. So what's actually my best here? So we've got the Praetorian guard, and then the armored legionaries cost more. So because each of them have slightly different stats. Some of them are better in attack and better in defense. So we have the Praetorian guard, which have better attack, better charge, better melee defense. However, they have a -5 armor. How many Praetorian guards can I get? I can get 2. I only can get 2. Okay. We'll get armored legionaries next. So I want to try build as big a big army as possible, so we can quickly hit Pompey and hit him hard. I'm going to move this fleet into Genoa. I want to build a big fleet. Obviously, Pompey does have a reasonable sized fleet. Now I'm going to move my general here. Now there isn't any forced march. That's the only thing I don't like about Divide et Impera. There is no forced march. So there is another stance that replaces it. It's called what is it called? I'm going to have to move out to sea. I'll show you what with another army. It's called Patrol Stance, which gives you replenishment, minuses the upkeep. So it does slow down the movement on the campaign map here and there. So let's have a look at our provinces. So we've got 3 regions up here that we don't control the entirety of the land on. We're going to have public order problems here if we don't reduce the tax. We might lose a little bit of money here and there. We're going to break down this and build a church, a temple rather said, to increase our religious influence. Perfect, we've got one there. I'm going to have to keep an army in the north just to defend. I might actually move this army away from Bertagala. So we've got 1 unit of legionary, eagle cohort, Gaelic auxiliary spearmen. See, you see the difference here just from what we can recruit from these unit polls. So as you see here, we can get heavy auxiliaries, it obviously flicks over once the religion has been changed, instead of just getting them as mercenaries. So each region has their own unique units, which isn't in the vanilla game, which is fantastic. I will try to get a battle in today's part, but we will just have to see. Military wise, I would like to upgrade the cohort there. I'm going to expand Rome because I want to I want to get a field of Mars. We don't start off with overly that much money. I do want to build a bigger army, of course, and try and hit Pompey. Okay, what else can we sort of do with? So Italy, we do have a auxiliary barracks. I'm going to get rid of it. I don't think I really need it. We can get an auxiliary barracks in Rome. I'd much rather put a different sort, because you don't really need too many of these sort of military buildings. You only need probably 2-3 settlements. So in Massilia it's fine. However, we're going to keep our military buildings here in Bertagala. So you sort of want your military buildings here on the front line, and also want military buildings in Rome. We don't really need a military building up here at Batavium. I'd rather have it in Rome. But we'll quickly do a save. Here are my I'll just do a save. I'll show you my Sparta and Roman saves if you haven't gone and seen those campaigns on the Divide et Impera. But here is Rome. There was my Roman Empire. Quite nice. And here's my Spartan Empire. Fantastic. Right, so, what can we get that unit back? Yes. Right, let's end the turn. Oh, we've got edicts that we can do. Right, I think I'm going to go with increase the tax rate. So I'm just going to quickly have a look at all my regions that have the highest income. So Cisalpina in Medulladunum and down in Massalia as well. So these have been added in with the mod. Sell slaves. We can even import and sell bread, which is really, really nice. and Italia. So only can get 3 edicts. I would like to secure Octavian's promotion. We do control 68 to 32% of the Senate. I think that's really all we can do. I want to go get some trade rights with as many factions as possible as well. A lot of stuff to go through. We are starting a brand new campaign, so it is a little bit, well, time consuming just to get stuck in, of course. Wow, are you for real? Are they going to offer me 3,000 for trade? That is insane. Mind you, we do have a lot of resources. Canterbury, probably a faction I want to take. I wouldn't mind actually taking these guys though, moderate. I want to try and get as much money as possible, because this will fuel our army. This will go straight to the army war chest. My vassals, I'm hoping they stay my client states for the time being, but we are able to demand insane payment. This is broken. It was already broken in Attila. Man, we've made 6,000 from this. I don't really mind trading with these smaller factions. Wow. Oh my god, I don't believe it. Non-aggression pact I'm okay with. Trade rights high. Mind you, we are boosting up their economy, but we're taking a huge chunk of it. I feel like I've been blabbering a lot in this part and negotiating. I want to get a battle. I want to show off these really cool Romans, of course. But we need as much money as possible. So would you like trade? Non-aggression. Go with the non-aggression pact. I didn't actually see how much I gave them. I was clicking too quickly. So I do want to speed things up, of course. If we can get 2,000. It's just negotiating. Maybe we only can get 1,000. This is pretty insane, the amount of money they're giving me. I've nearly gotten 8,000. Norii, non-aggression pact. No. Would you like trade, however? Moderate. It's just sort of testing the water to see how much we can get. Even that was rejected.
I welcome you. This is I will do you the honor.
Go with a non-aggression pact with
on behalf of my people,
Numidia.
The haggling is done, and we have an end.
I think Numidia is going to give us an insane amount of money. Just look at this. I only can get 5. Oh my god! I have never, in my time of playing Total War, have gotten this much money from my vassals. This is insane! And you know where this is all going? Straight. Oh, well, now, I didn't think I was going to get this much from it. It's going to go into my economy, and then we can basically...
Our hearts are full of courage, not lust for gold. A river of goods and coin between our lands would surely see all prosper. Will you agree to trade? A river of goods.
Wow. But let me know in the comment section down below where you would like me to expand. I am open to suggestions. I sort of, obviously, this is the Civil War, of course. I want to try and kill as many of the Roman factions. I want to be the dominant Roman faction. But we have made just shy of 16,000. Yes, 16,000 just then. That is absolutely insane. I'm going to get rid of these spearmen because I don't think I'm going to use them. I'd much rather infantry. So I'm going to go with 4 units of cavalry. Once I can get more auxiliaries, that would be great. We'll get at least 2 more of them. So that's 3 archer and auxiliary units. The rest are going to be consisted of armored legionaries. They are the best we can recruit at the moment. But I think that's pretty much it. Get rid of you. And I might even just keep that as a garrison in Rome. But most of my money is going to go to the army. We have 5,000. So I want to once we break down those buildings, we're going to have even more money. So happy. I forgot to put these guys in that stance. It helps upkeep costs. Right, what else can we accomplish here? Maybe converting this to a harbour would help. We have a military wharf in Brundisium and a military wharf at Genoa. Narbo could do with something else. Bertigala's trade. Maybe we could expand Bertigala and maybe build another military building. In saying that, I just saw that we can get Ballista, so it might be an idea to expand there and actually build Ballista in this province. But after all that negotiation, I don't want to do it again just for God's sake. I just could feel we could have a crash. Let's end the turn. And wow, I genuinely can't believe that we managed to haul that much money out of those client states. And we've increased our income as well. Fantastic, absolutely superb. So also guys, if you haven't gone and checked out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, would highly recommend it. Twitter is absolutely fantastic. Every time I release a video, a tweet goes out. Facebook's good. You're most welcome to check out my Facebook as well. Right, what can we do here? So now these are the buildings that are being destroyed. What can we put here? Probably food, to be honest. Opening up our bread basket. Military-wise here, we probably should go with a aqueduct, because there's a couple of big regions there we need to focus on as well. We're going to convert these to some temples to increase our religion and public order. Going to move this army up here to Gaul, because I don't trust the Gauls. I don't trust the barbarians to the north. If there is going to be a war, I do want to be prepared. So I'm going to expand here. I'm going to build a field of Mars, so I can get siege equipment eventually. There's a lot of regions I can expand as well. Still putting money into the economy. Out of curiosity, how many... We've got an Eagle cohort and a Legion cohort. Lugarian heavy auxiliaries. Now, obviously, the Lugia was a faction in Genoa. So we've got them. That's really quite cool, to be honest. So, we're nearly about to get a full stack of these. What I want to do is... Actually, I've changed my mind. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll wait until we got a full stack, and we'll head down to... As if we were going to attack Pompey. Brundisium, I want to go with another aqueduct. Brundisium and aqueduct, so we can expand and get our food up. I wouldn't actually mind maybe recruiting some units. We do need a better thing here. So we still have a loose alliance with Lepidus, Mark Antony, and Pompey. What's changed here? Right. But it's going to be very interesting to see how this campaign develops. Obviously, we are in a civil war. But let me know in the comments. In the not too soon future, this campaign will end. I do imagine there'll be a fair few parts. But you're always welcome to let me know in the comment section down below your constructive criticism, any suggestions for further campaigns. I really do like Rome 2. Rome 2 is a solid game now. Ever since this Divide et Impera, the base game has been greatly improved. So we can have a look here. Plus 20 military, civic. We're gonna go with military. So a war has been declared. Belgae have attacked toward... It used to be Frisia, that settlement. The Helvetii are at war with the Marcomanni. And Pompey is at war with Numidia. Very, very interesting. Our alliance has still managed to hold. So Octavian will be leading the charge. His armor looks great, and he looked really awesome on the thumbnail, I thought. So let's move him down. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't have a forced march, which is pretty, well, unfortunate with him. So it will take things a little bit longer. Now, I would like to build a navy. I need a big navy. So I want to be able to recruit ballista ships. So, technologies-wise, where is sort of... Yeah... the dry docks and stuff, because they are so good on this game, those ballista ships. If you have a full stack of them, you can basically take out an entire army. They were so overpowered in this campaign. Do I want to continue to recruit more units, or should I start putting it into my economy that we've got to reasonable sized army. Enough to defend here. I was, yeah, 3 turns until I can get a... Hang on a minute. Did I do the right thing? What do I need to recreate catapults? Well, I'm probably going to expand Massalia now anyway. Maybe you need a certain type of settlement. Roman city. I don't know. I don't understand why I can get catapults in Massalia. Oh, it has to be the region capital. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to swap that. So only the capitals can get that. So we're going to have to quickly switch this around 4 turns. So we're going to have to lose a little bit of money there. It's fine. Right, Menelodunum. We've got that aqueduct. Let's get a public forum. And let's get another public forum. I would like to be able to sell slaves as well. This amphitheater we don't really need. So to get the slave trader, which can increase our slaves, once we start warring, that's going to be very important. Now, I do believe the technology isn't too far away. It's here. It's just here for your iron tools for the slave trader. How are we going for time? 24 minutes into this part. Damn, I've been blabbering on. A lot, I feel. Let's go with another public forum, which we'll be able to convert to a slave trader eventually. Obviously moved my champion into Octavian's army. That's going to be giving us some nice bonuses soon. If you really want to level up your commander, stick him in the army. He gives some fantastic bonuses for the army, and he also gives some really nice bonuses yeah, basically for himself as well. So we're slowly going up in stats here now. All the mods are in the description below if you want to play along with me. Highly recommend you do. As you can hear in the background, which I forgot to mention, I do have the Rome 1 music playing. It's beautiful. I really do prefer it. It gives back that nostalgia feel to the original Rome. If you haven't picked it up. What are you doing? It's great. Oh, I imagine it would be great, even with the what's the mod called? I can't remember off the top of my head. But at the moment, it looks like Syracuse is sort of undefended. I would like some spies. I want to get a spy. So let's recruit a 22,000. We're gonna have to wait next turn for a spy. So I did do a test to see if this campaign worked with DEI. I played a couple of turns, seeing as I haven't played as Octavian in the Imperator Augustus edition. Just wanted to see if everything was working. The Triumvirate broke their alliance really quite early, which I'm surprised about that they haven't now. So I'm going to quickly move to Cassentia. I think I'm nearly ready to push upon Pompey. We'll go with the patrol stance. Let's quickly get some agents. Turdia. Fig. Ula. Let's go with Turda. What a horrible name. My apologies if any female of my subscribers is called Turda. Oh god. Right. We do have a light ballista here. We've got a -1 public order. Why is that? Regardless, we'll expand to Lossa and we'll build a farm. So, sorry, a church. Right. Should we push across the border and attack Syracuse? I think so. Pompey is currently at war with Lepidus and Nubatia. Oh, okay, because... Sorry, not Nubatia. Numidia. Numidia are a client state of... Oh, that's what's changed this. Because Pompey declared war on Numidia. Now, because Numidia is allied and has a client state with Lepidus, they're at war. So, I could actually join the war against Pompey. Maybe get some nice money out of Lepidus. Because I'm from what I have seen in other campaigns, and I'm not too sure if this is historically accurate. I think Lepidus might have... Hang on a minute, what's this? Non-aggression pact, yeah, sure. I don't really mind Lepidus, but in saying that, I really do want to eliminate all the Roman factions and become the Roman Emperor, basically. So, let's see how we can also work things out. So my construction report, very nice, has come in check. I am going to negotiate with Lepidus. I will... I'm just looking at that out of curiosity. I will join your war against Pompey. Moderate. Maybe Numidia can give me a... like a good payment. I will join your war for 1,000. Rejected. Let's negotiate with Lepidus. I will join your war against Pompey for 1,000 gold. 2,000? Rejected. You obviously want to squeeze as much money out of the AI as possible. If you can do that, you can put it into your economy and expand even further. Let's go with 500. Rejected. So it looks like we're going to be attacking Pompey here today. Declare war. Oh, they're my defensive allies. Right. I was going to say I could call Mark Antony and Lepidus, but I can't. So, let's attack Pompey here today. We're at war with Pompey, and we're going to be taking his capital of Syracuse. At this point in time, I say this is a clear-cut order resolve. Even though we haven't got any artillery, we are able to attack and divide at Impera, because they automatically give you ladders, which is great. So, let's order resolve the battle. Go with a balance, only a garrison force, a clear-cut victory. We have Eagle Cohort and Praetorian Guard. Decisive victory, 891 men lost. We have taken Syracuse. Obviously we have our armoured legionaries, 1 unit of Eagle Cohort which has 400 men in the unit, which is crazy compared to the 200. 2 units of Praetorian Guard and Legionary Cohort. 3 units of cavalry. And our skirmishers. So now we have taken Syracuse. By the looks of it, might be their military, because each region has their own sort of military growth. It's either a breadbasket or a military sort of basing. We're going to move my spy down to Sicily, and we're going to push upon his other settlements, because he's only got 4 left. Right, what else can we do in aqueducts? I'm just curious to see what my current slave population is. Regardless, let's start recruiting some more military buildings. Units. So, let's go with some more cavalry. Probably infantry more. We need more than anything, so let's get 2 more units of Praetorian Guard. But apart from that, we've just hit the half an hour mark. We're slowly putting money into our economy, expanding our regions. We've taken the first settlement from Pompey. We've taken Syracuse. We're going to be continuing to take the entire island of Sicily. Only time will tell if Lepidus and Mark Antony will be our allies. We're going to continue to finish off Pompey. Once we finish off Pompey, we'll see. We might go to war with Mark Antony or Lepidus. Lepidus looks like he could be easier. Seeing Pompey has a lot of client states. Egypt, Thrace. Or, if not, I don't really want to do this because I think it'd be quite boring. We could blood our units, go north, carve out the barbarians. That could be another sort of tactic, and Britain. Settings. This is obviously Octavian, Lepidus, Mark Antony, and Pompey versus each other. This is a Roman civil war. I think we should be fighting Romans against Romans. That's what I really want to do in this campaign. So we might do it later, attacking the British barbarians, the Germanic and Celtic barbarians. But let me know in the comments your suggestions. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If this video can hit 200 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload. If it doesn't, never fear, you'll just have to wait a little bit longer for the next episode. Hope you've been enjoying the series. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my social media links, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I will try to get a battle in the next part, but we'll just have to see. I really do enjoy the campaign map. I hope you sort of just like enjoy me for the conversation. You don't always watch for the battles. But I'm really enjoying this campaign. Can't wait to get stuck in. I really want to do more Rome 2 on the channel. Also, if you guys want to check out in the description below my submod download links, because this is the Total War Rome 2 Imperator Augustus campaign using the Divide et Impera submod. We're playing as Octavian, and if you want to download the Rome music mod, if you want to like play with the same mods I am, highly recommend you do. As I said before, it adds client states, confederacy, AI, it gets new unit cards, you can sell slaves. Nearly locked my water off my desk. But it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure to take care of yourselves and stay tuned for more content on Simpzy Total War. Goodbye.